The 1988 Nobel Prize in Literature was to the Egyptian author Naguib Mahfouz. He spent the majority of his life in Cairo, where he was born in 1911. Mahfouz published a number of books among the Cairo trilogy, which is regarded as one of his best-known creations. With almost 50 books and more than 350 short pieces to his credit, he was a prolific writer. Themes of social justice, morality, and the human condition were frequently tackled in Mahfouz's literature. At the age of 94, he passed away in 2006, leaving behind a legacy as one of Egypt's most renowned authors. Mahfouz was a somewhat quiet guy, and little is known about him outside of his literature. The fact that he was married and had 2 kids is known, nevertheless. Additionally, he had lived in Cairo his whole life and was well recognized for having a strong bond with the city. As a devoted Muslim, Mahfouz's writing frequently reflected his beliefs. He was modest and humble throughout his life despite his accomplishments. Mahfouz spent the majority of his life working as a public servant, namely as a bureaucrat in the Ministry of Islamic Affairs. His first book, The Game of Fate, which he started writing in his leisure time, was released in 1939. His early works were frequently much affected by European literature, although he eventually established a style that was more obviously Egyptian. Mahfouz continued to compose and publish throughout his life despite being subject to restrictions and criticism from traditional segments of Egyptian society. He was honored with several additional accolades and medals for his literature in addition to the Nobel Prize. Over the course of his more than 70-year literary career, Mahfouz produced several novels, short tales, and essays. His first book, The Games of Fate, was out in 1939, and his final book, The Seventh Heaven, came out in 2005, only 1 year before his death. His most well-known books include the Cairo Trilogy, Midak Ali, and Children of Gibalawi. Themes of social justice, morality, and the human condition were frequently tackled in Mahfouz's literature. His writings were frequently controversial, and he was subject to censorship and criticism from the orthodox Egyptian social factions. Nevertheless, he kept writing and publishing throughout his life, and his writing is still well known and extensively read today. Mahfouz's career was highlighted by a number of noteworthy accomplishments and awards. In addition to receiving the Nobel Prize for Literature in 1988, he also received several other honors and accolades, both domestically and abroad. He was the first author in Arabic to win the Nobel Prize, and his success served to increase interest in Arabic literature around the world. Mahfouz continued to compose and publish throughout his life despite being subject to restrictions and criticism from traditional segments of Egyptian society. He is recognized as one of the best authors in the Arab world, and his works are still read and appreciated today. Mahfouz was a prolific author who produced over 350 short tales and over 50 novels. He was renowned for his unusual writing styles and his capacity to convey the complexity of life in Cairo. His work frequently examined topics of social justice, morality, and the human condition. Many of his works has been made available to broader audience by being translated into English and other languages. Mahfouz was a renowned scholar and commentator on Egyptian politics and culture in addition to being a prolific writer. He was well renowned for his liberal opinions and dedication to social justice, and the principles were frequently reflected in his work. Mahfouz has a wide range of accomplishments. Along the 1988 Nobel Prize for the Literature, he received several additional honors and medals throughout his lifetime. The Nile Collar, Egypt's highest civilian honor, was given to him in 1984. In 1993, the United Kingdom also presented to him with the Order of Merit. He received the French Legion of Honor in 1994, and in 2006 he received the Prince of Asturias Award for Literature posthumously. Mahfouz's work have had a significant influence on Arabic literature and society and have been translated into many different languages. He is widely considered as one of the best authors in the Arab world. It is impossible to overestimate Mahfouz's influence on Arabic literature and culture. His works have been translated into other languages, and he contributed to the popularization of Arabic literature. He is renowned for his vivid descriptions of Cairo in his books and short tales, as well as for his examinations of morality, social justice, and the human condition. Mahfouz was a renowned scholar who frequently commented on Egyptian politics and culture in his literature, which frequently represented his liberal ideologies and dedication to social justice. He continued to write and publish throughout his life despite encountering censorship and opposition from traditional sections in Egyptian culture, and his writings is still well known and extensively read today. At the age of 94, Naguib Mahfouz died away on August 30, 2006. His health had been declining for some time, and in 1994 he was attacked by an Islamist radical and had a brain injury. Mahfouz wrote and published throughout his life despite deteriorating health, and his writings is still well known and widely read today. New generations of authors and readers are continually being inspired by his legacy as one of his best writers in the Arab world. And this is an interview where Mahfouz elaborates about his Nobel Prize award. Thank you for listening.
اللي صح الناس جايزة نوبل إن بعض أعدائي قالوا ده ما خدش الجايزة غير عشان ولاد حرام وما ادهولوش غير لأنها بتقف ضد الإسلام، مع إن قرار نوبل اتنشر في الجرايد ونوه بالقصص اللي عجبته، واخر حاجة كتبها في اشارة عابرة اولاد حارتنا. لكن تقول لمين؟ ما هو اصل المناقشة هنا ممنوعة، مستحيل. فبعد ما اتنست خدت شهرة رهيبة جدا. قلت صح، يمكن ساعات افكر طيب ايه السبب؟ السبب نوبل جايزة الغرب ورمز الحضارة الغربية، فإذا كان أنا هتتعمل لي الليلة دي كلها من الدولة ومن الناس، فده تأييد للإيه؟ للحداثة الغربية. يعني دي لو جايزة من جهة تانية كان يمكن قبلت، إنما هنا في تسليم في معركة أخرى خفية بين الشرق والغرب. دي إن ما كنتش تسكتها يبقى انتصر الغرب.